What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. We are out doing some yard sales today. Right now we're at a church rummage sale. This was actually the previous day. Just got some footage from it, and we're in here with the IKEA bag hoping to find some goodies. Before we went in, the lady told us that the sale was in the basement this year and they didn't have as much stuff, so that's kind of disappointing. Go in here looking for some books. Just had some random rooms. The hallway just kind of has some clothes in it. Looking for the books, looking for Stephen King, Harry Potter. There was a High School Musical 3 DS game in there, however, not worth picking up. Just a table in this room with some random stuff on it. So we keep moving right along, trying to find anything valuable. And there's a bunch of hats up here. Some interesting hats, and I grabbed some. Was going to buy them, but later on I noticed the foam was just falling apart. It was rotted, dirty hats, so we just picked a couple of the better ones I think I can make some money on. So yeah, it's unfortunate. There's quite a few up here. At first I thought, oh, there's going to be some gems. We've been having a lot of luck this year finding vintage hats, but you know what? We go over to this yard sale and hey, look, some hats. And this one had some very nice hats, or at least one very good hat. Pro-Line Kansas City Chiefs hat. So I ended up grabbing those. There was another one there. It wasn't quite worth it. They got some tools. We got some of those Stanley thermos mugs. I've sold those in the past before. I just decided to pass on them this time. After shipping, you don't make a whole lot of money. I don't know what they had them priced at. Tools, you saw the truck. It pulled up. You always see these trucks pull up, and this guy was putting a few Coleman lanterns in, some tools, and drove off. I think every community sale you go to, you see that, right? Just the people in the trucks, and clothing there, shoes. Didn't find anything. Go on to the next sale. We got some tables of knickknacks, and we're just looking, seeing what we can find. And there's a Billy Bass. And I don't pick these up too often. That you can make money on them. They're kind of saturated, but at the same time, there's more people selling them than there are listed. So we ended up picking it up because it was only a quarter. Everything on these tables were a quarter. I did not realize that at first. 8-track, I should have picked that up maybe for a quarter. Those Nancy Drew books I ended up picking up for a quarter because I wasn't sure on the true value of those. Over here, here's a guy walking. That was my dad's friend. When he passed away, he bought all my dad's stuff. He has a store. I think he still has a store, and he's got a box he's filling up, buying stuff, hustling. You know, he's gotta eat. So, yeah, we're at this sale now. There's a petite typewriter. Those can be pretty good to sell. Some of the prices here were kind of high. You got the Beatles figure there. Easy Bake, vintage Easy Bake. Those are not really worth picking up. 3D puzzle's been open. M&M's dispenser ended up buying, and the guy told me he has some action figure collection, toy collection in his garage. It took me in there to show it to me. I ended up talking him into selling me a few things. One of the items was unbelievable. It was in there because I was just talking about it in the last video. Can you guess what it is? What I found if you watched the last video? Because I was shocked that I found what I found in the last video because I was talking about it in another video. So apparently all you have to do is just talk about stuff you want to find and you find them. And yeah, so we're at this sale now. A lot of stuff at this sale. You love to see it. Some cassette tapes. I don't pick up a lot of cassette tapes. I look for certain brands or certain genres like punk and rap and metal, stuff like that, stuff that might be rare. I don't know everything that's rare. Cast iron, look for the good stuff. This guy had his stuff priced pretty high, pretty on par with what stuff's worth. So there wasn't a lot of deals to be made here. I spot some fishing stuff over here, some poles and some lures, and unfortunately, he had some good lures. It just priced a bit too high for me. Some head-on, creek chub, stuff like that. These things can be worth really good money, but some of them are priced $10, $35 for some of them, and I wanted to just buy them all and have them sell them to me half of what he had priced at. 50% off of everything. I feel like I would be comfortable at least getting my money back, maybe making a little bit of money. But yeah, no deal could be made. So we move on. There's one of those Fisher-Price pirate ships. I was just talking about that in the last video. Picked up a vintage one. Some of the vintage ones are worth picking up. The newer ones, there's just so many people trying to sell them on eBay right now, and you find them everywhere. You can make some money on certain ones. There's so many different models, but I usually just pass on them. Picked up this Ursula plush, and we're digging, and there's a what is it, Monster High Doll. I've been picking up those, and a Minions plush I don't think is probably worth it. Those things are, I'm sure there's some. A lot of them are just mass produced. So many licensed characters around. Let me know if you see anything I missed. All these plush, I don't even know what they're from. It might just be generic plush. They look like they come from some sort of show or cartoon or something. And some shoes. Not really seeing any good shoes at this sale, but we did pick up some good shoes at some sales today. Here's one of those sales right here. I spot these San Antonio Shoe Company shoes, and of course I pick these up anytime I can find them in good condition. And they have 3 pair. I left one of the pairs because they're just too beat up. They're only $1, so definitely can make some money on those. Free Times, I believe that model is called. And I'm wearing the GoPro today, if you can't tell, on the backpack. So hands-free. A lot of the footage, you know, I'm tall, and when I bend over and stuff, you just don't get as good of shots with the camera. There's some roller skates. Don't buy a lot of roller skates, but every now and then, you know, you come across a pair that might be worth picking up. Those are priced kind of high. Some Nerf guns. This is the same. I don't buy a lot of Nerf guns, but every now and then I pick up some that are valuable. I don't think any of those were. I see them all the time in Goodwill, and I've looked them up in the past. In this box, you got some Mega Blocks, not Lego. $40 for that whole box. Some Mega Blocks are worth it. Those are loose sets. I'm not going to worry about buying. I bought a Mega Blocks motorcycle one year at a yard sale for $20. Sold it for $200 on Amazon. So there are some money in them. Here we have a combo unit RCA, not a very good model. I believe it came with the speakers. I'm not sure if it had the remote. I decided to pass on it because I got so many better models right now I'm selling. TV with a DVD player built in. If you find those with the VCR and the DVD player, some of those tube TVs, they can sell for over $200. People are starting to look for those. So if you got the space, maybe start hoarding some of those smaller TVs like that. You might be able to make some good money later on. Here at this sale, saw these McGregor golf clubs back there in the box. $10 is what they had on them. I couldn't get over there because that guy was playing a guitar. I didn't want to disturb him, but I ended up picking them up. $10. I'm not sure how good of a buy it was yet. Couldn't find any reliable comps. Over here we got the Rock Band drum set for the Wii guitar, $30. I did pass on this just because of how much of a pain it is to test that drum set. They're so finicky, so you can get a return very easily if you don't fully test them, and it's hard to test them because sometimes they just, you know, they just don't work. They kind of work, but they kind of don't. And if you get a return on something big like that, it's going to cost you a lot in shipping. There's a Raphael, had a hole in the back of it there you could stitch up. It was a Build-A-Bear. Could have been worth picking up. But I don't stitch things. I don't have time to be doing that. I don't know how to do it, honestly. Never done it before. Maybe if it was like a $200-300 item, it'd be worth, you know, paying someone to do it, picking it up. But I doubt it. I doubt it was that great of an item. Over here, we got some cool-looking Adidas shoes. $10. I bought them, mostly for myself, I think. I think they are worth some money. I couldn't find any comps on them. But some similar pairs, you know, they could sell pre-owned $30-40. But you know what? I think these are going to be mine. On the way out, I almost missed it on the floor here. It's a Panasonic VHS player. $3. This is a model I've picked up and sold before on Amazon many times. You get about $100 for it. It's got a great rank. So we grabbed that. Baseball gloves. I love finding these, especially at these prices. $1 for some good gloves. I've been coming across a lot of gloves, but they've been priced $20, $30, $40 in some cases, and I can't be paying that. There were a couple of youth gloves I ended up leaving. They were a bit more beat up, and youth gloves typically they don't sell for as much money as adult gloves. Ooh, what else we got? All kinds of things to look at. I spot this box of PlayStation 2 games, and I'm gonna have to lower my GoPro on my backpack, I think, because I'm tall and it just goes over a lot of things, as you can see. But you're not missing anything. These are just sports PlayStation 2 games. Game collector's worst nightmare when you find this many games, and every single one is a sports game. A lot of doubles in there. They've been picked through. There's nothing good. Some sports games are worth picking up. Some there might have been worth picking up, but again, you come across no disc, scratch disc, all kinds of problems. There was another Raphael plush. That was a newer one. Didn't want to pick that up. So, looking for more stuff in these toys. Looking through these cars. Trying to spot Hot Wheels or another valuable vehicle. Didn't see anything special in there. At this sale, we got a tub of Wilton cake pans, vintage ones. And we're digging through those and picking out some of the better licensed ones. I picked up a R2-D2 one recently, sold it for $70. So I was thinking, wow, it'd be great to come across another one of those. But yeah, we got Bart here, and we passed on Garfield because Garfield stuff doesn't sell that well, honestly. Bowling one, we picked up a Care Bear. There's a clown. Some of these other ones may have been worth picking up. Wilton cake pans are very hit and miss. Digging through a bit more, and I spot one that I want to buy. We pull it out here, and yeah, what is it? Sure enough, it's the R2-D2 cake pan. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, another one, and it's got the paper insert. So I should be able to sell that one for $70, right? Right next to him, there's some Brooks shoes. Got them for $5, GTS 16s. Went to pay, and this was sitting here, and I'm like, oh, it's a typewriter. Asked the lady how much, and she said $5. I said, I'll take this as well. Gonna make some money on that. Yeah, made the deal. Gonna grab it. Went to the next sale, and my GoPro footage ran out, but not before I spotted these. I thought they were Mad Balls. Mad Balls are on my bucket list. However, they are just knockoffs, but I'll still take them. I am back home, and I'm exhausted. It's hot. I need to get through this stuff, get this video edited. So we're gonna go through it real quick. Got quite a bit to go through, found a lot of stuff today. Ran out of footage on the GoPro. I don't know what was recorded while I was out at these sales. But the first stuff I got on the table here are these action figures and games. Brand new, sealed. I bought some of these at a yard sale. Just happened to ask the guy if he had any video games. He said he had more toys. Took me in the garage to where he had kind of a little private collection going on. And I saw the Buzz Lightyear, and I said, how much for that? And he's like, well, I don't know if I want to sell this stuff. And he said he'd sell some of it. So he told me $40 on the Buzz Lightyear. I said sold, because it's crazy, right? Because I just in the last video, I found a sealed Woody toy at a Goodwill. And in that video, I was talking about how it was crazy because I was just talking about finding a Woody sealed, and I find one. And now I was just talking about finding a Buzz Lightyear sealed, and I find one. This one's great. It's actually old. It is an original one. It's the Stars and Stripes special edition. And this thing sells some comps, $250 plus shipping. I'm going to price it probably minimum $300 plus shipping. It's in good condition. Amazingly, the batteries still work. Since what was this movie released? 95, 97. And yeah, it's clean. The box is good. Well, I shouldn't say it's clean. The box is in good condition. It's got a layer of dust where it was in some shells in his garage. He had a lot of sealed Marvel figures, some good wrestling figures. I was asking prices. He's like, oh, that one's $80. So this one's $100. And then some of them, like this, was only $40. So I was just asking. I ended up buying these as well. He told me 10. I'm like, these have got to be worth it. Not great sellers. By the way, I paid $120 for all of this you're seeing on the table. These paid $10 a piece for. It doesn't look like they're really moving. They're old vintage Spider-Man Friends hero figures. I thought for sure for $10 they'd be worth it. You know, I'm probably going to maybe double my money on these. Back here for $2, I think it was, I paid for this one, a puzzle, 2000 sealed, selling for about $25 on Amazon. I've sold these before, roller coaster M&M dispensers. I've sold them on Amazon for about $50, $60. Looks like they're still selling for that. I have to sell it used because I have to pop it open and take out the M&Ms because I'm not going to be able to sell this with old candy on Amazon. That's just going to be a big no-no, and once you open it, it's going to be used. Still though, I'll be able to sell this for $50, $60. We picked up this Beatles figure. I just didn't know what this stuff was worth, so I was just grabbing things that he was telling me prices that I thought were decent. Yeah, this sells for about $30, so should make some money on it in the end. We're already going to make money just, because of the Buzz Lightyear. This is great. Whoville Opoly back here. I asked him the price of this. He told me $3. I couldn't believe it. This thing I can sell on Amazon for about $130, $140, no problem. And then right here, a sealed Lord of the Rings figure. Again, it's got some like dirt on it that'll wipe off, but it's in really good condition. Look like on eBay, the only one listed right now is $75, and some of the comps, some sold for $75, some sold for $65. So you know what? We're gonna price it $75 plus shipping. I'll have to throw up a number on the screen on how much I expect to make on all this. Here are some hats I got. We got one good one here, this Chiefs Starter Pro line in very good condition. I saw some comps for this hat selling for between $50 and $75. We paid $1 for all of these hats. So we got another Kansas City Chiefs one here. This one's not special, double logo, $15, $20 hat max. And these, I really don't know the value. Church rummage sale. There was a lot of interesting hats. Some of these like oil hats and I guess car part hats. I'm not even sure what they're advertising here. But you can see this, how this one has foam in there. All the foam was rotting out of them and it was a mess. I had them in my hand for a bit and they started I noticed they were crumbling all over me. So I just put them back. I grabbed these two because they were in better condition. Honestly, I don't even know what they're worth, but we'll figure it all up. We'll put it on the screen. Here are some good Wilton cake pan deals. I was digging through a box of them. Hopefully that made it to the GoPro footage. You can let me know if I passed any good ones. I picked out some of the licensed ones I saw. The Bart Simpson, the Care Bears, and the R2-D2. If you watch the videos, you know I picked an R2-D2 one just like this, even with the paper insert, fairly recently, and I sold it on Amazon for $70. These were $3 a piece, so definitely worth picking up. We'll sell this one on Amazon. Looks like about $35 for the Bart Simpson on Amazon, and no one was currently selling it on Amazon. The Care Bear here, so I'll probably price it $35, $40, I think. And we'll send them in FBA. Wilton cake pans are weird. Some of them are just not worth your time. Others are. I sold a Batman one as well, I think from the 80s. Especially when you get the paper inserts, that just helps a lot. And then we picked up this calculator, vintage calculator. Nothing too special, but for 50 cents, I know to grab it. And Unitrex there. Couldn't find this exact model, but it is super clean. This brand, though, there are some models selling. So I think I can price this $20, $25 and get a sale, no problem. Here are some more good deals for $3. Picked up this Panasonic VCR. No remote, but it's easy to get the remotes for these. I probably have at least a few remotes for this model. It's a good model to sell on Amazon. They sell for around $100 with the remote cables. We'll do a full test on it. Definitely clean it up. It's got some, like a layer of sticky dust on it. If it doesn't work, you're only out of $3. Picked up an electric typewriter for $5. It's got a brand new ink ribbon that came with it. So if the ink ribbon inside isn't working, I can still test it easily. Looks like this model was selling for about $60 plus shipping. Then we picked up a New Wave Pro Plus. You see me pick up a few of these this year. I keep finding them. I've left a few that were priced up a bit, and I honestly don't know why I didn't ask for them to go lower on this. It even has the or best offer on there. I could have asked for 10. I just went ahead and paid the 15. I was in a hurry. Usually stuff like this, I try to get, about 33% off. But I've sold this model before. I think I sold it for $80 or $90 plus shipping. It's very clean. That's one of the criteria for buying it. Clean, complete. It's got the extender. I know some of you are saying, Wick, that looks like a nightmare to ship, but actually they're not that bad because you can flip this, that goes down inside, and you just bubble wrap each individual piece. You can buy, I forget the box size, I think 16 by 16 by 16 at Walmart. Everything fits in there perfectly with the big bubble wrap. You do calculated shipping, you use FedEx or UPS, and usually the person's only paying $12, $15 to have this shipped. It's not that bad. For these 3 items, good profit. I bought these McGregor golf clubs. I don't know anything about them, so I'm going to need someone out there's help. You can let me know if I got a good deal. I paid $10 for them. I was just excited. The box was very vintage, clean looking. The clubs look like they might have been used. I don't know if it's dirt on there. You see some dust on the box. Either way, they're in good condition. There is the information you can see there. I could not find any comps for that model number. I saw a set very similar to this without the box sell for $60. And what do we got down here? We got this information. So if anyone wants to give me some information on what they think these are worth, I'm probably going to sell them. I don't know. I'll probably price them about, or try to sell them for $100 plus shipping with the box. I think the box will sell them if it's anything like video games or other collectibles. When you have that box, it just increases the value a lot. We got some amazing shoe deals. Let's go through them. I picked these Adidas up for $10 because they'll fit me and I like them. Probably going to keep these, but they're very clean. They've hardly been worn. I tried looking up the model number to see how valuable they might be and couldn't find them. Could not find this style, but some similar styles. Look like they're selling pretty good in the 50s pre-owned. So yeah, I went ahead and grabbed them. I'll probably keep them. I got some of San Antonio Shoe Company shoes, SAS, and these are a great pair. These are wide. They're a little dirty, got some marks on them, but I can get that off pretty easily. Here's another pair. These aren't as good. I believe these I can probably sell for $30 minimum plus shipping. I think I usually get about $25 for that style. We got some Brooks Ghost here. She wanted $8 for them. I got them for $5. And they're very clean as well. Ghost 16. That's going to be an easy $30 plus shipping. Then we got these Keen boots for $20. And yeah, these things sell for almost $200 new. They are almost completely new. They've hardly been worn. I'm probably pricing these $100 plus shipping, and I think they'll sell. They're size 15 double E, which is going to be a great size. Between all these shoes, it's going to be some good money. So here we got a bunch of stuff. Let's go through it. We got some books. Nancy Drew. Picked these up because they were a quarter. I didn't know the true value of them. Turns out not great. You see lots of like 40 some books selling for like $75. If this was the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, I could probably get about $25 for them. But you can see the numbers there. They're just kind of everywhere. So you know what? Probably just end up redonating those back. We paid $1 for this cross-stitch thing. Looked like it was selling for about $25 on Amazon. We picked up some more of these Monster High dolls. Why do I always get the worst views on these dolls? My goodness. I picked up some of these a week or two ago, and I sold one for about $35 really quick. It was more of a rare one. And yeah, these don't look to be the greatest, but probably about $15, but they were less than $1. I picked up, what was it? I'm not even sure. I thought I got 4 things and he just charged me $1. They weren't priced. And maybe I paid like 33 cents a piece for these. Either way, it was cheap. So we'll just do a bundle. I'll probably just wait until I get a few more cheaper ones. I already got another bundle on there right now, I think for $30 or $40. We picked up Billy Bass. I usually don't pick these up because they're usually priced a bit too high. They're usually dirty. I don't know if they work. But this one was a quarter and it works. Batteries are in it and it's clean. These things are kind of a mystery to me because if you look on eBay, there's about 760 listings and about 960 solds. That's how you can tell an item is moving when the solds are higher than what's listed. So for a quarter, you know, I can price this $24.99 plus shipping. It's gonna sell. Picked up a wrestling buddy. These are the newer ones. The true vintage ones are worth some pretty good buck. You know, this one's about 15. This was actually free. So that's one reason I got it. So you can make a little bit of money on it, I guess. I'm still probably going to make like $8 after I sell it because it was free. We also picked up this Ursula. I scanned the UPC on this plush and there were no comps. So I really don't know what the price is at. I think I paid a quarter for her. And we picked up this Ninja Turtles plate from '89. I mostly picked this up because I kind of have a Ninja Turtles collection from that time period going on. I looked it up. Turns out this plate's worth about $15. There's a set of like 4 plates and 4 cups was selling for about $50. I wish she had all of them. Pretty cool, I guess. I paid I think a quarter for this. I've mentioned in my videos before, Mad Balls is on my bucket list of items to find. So I saw these. I got really excited. I reached up. I turned on the GoPro that was mounted on my backpack. Hopefully I wasn't out of footage when I picked them up, but anyway, yeah, they're not actually Mad Balls. I flipped them over. I'm like, I don't think these are actually Mad Balls. Turns out they are a bootleg, which still $20-$25 a piece on these. Actual Mad Balls, certain rare ones, $200-$300, some of them. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. So between all this stuff, I think it's some pretty good profit based on what I paid for this stuff. And then finally, we got some baseball glove deals. Paid $1 for this Mizuno glove. Looked like it was selling for about $25, $30. We got this Wilson here. It looked like it was selling for, I think, the same amount. I paid $5 for that one. This Nike Diamond Edge 1300. Looked like the comps were pretty good. It looked like one sold for $75. Some others in the 30s, 40s. The one that sold for $75, I noticed, was in almost new condition. Honestly, this one's in very good condition, so I'll probably sell this for about $50, I would imagine. That's going to do it, everybody, for the video. I really want to thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed if you want to see more videos. I'm going to try to get this thing edited. I usually have a video out on Sunday, but this one might take a bit longer to edit, so hopefully I can get it out by then. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.